Good morning. Happy Monday. How is everyone? It's a wonderful day. It's going to be 71 degrees. I'm digging it. I think by Friday the high is going to be like, what did it say, 38 or something? I don't know. This weather. Ugh, this weather. Well, guess what? I had company last night. Yes, you're not going to believe it. Well, I went to take Penelope for a walk. And as we came back up the road and turned in the driveway, Phoenix sees us. And here she comes, running full speed to get to us. Well, she gets over there to us and she says, "My mom said I could go in your house." Did she now? She goes, "Yeah." I was like, "Well, your mom's not home." Well, about that time, a car comes around the corner and she's like, "Well, there she is. I'll ask her." Stand by. Okay, let me back up. For my new people, I have two little girls that live across the street from me, Naomi and Phoenix. I am going to put their pictures in the video, but I am going to blur out their face because people are crazy and they're not my children. You can see how Penny is laughing sitting next to Phoenix on the couch. And they're both just beautiful. Please stand by. Now then. We've known each other a couple of years and they would always pet Charlie, but Penny never wanted to be petted because Penny she don't like people, okay? But she finally became friends with them. She finally allowed them into her life. Well, now Penny runs to them and wants to be petted, and the picture I took of her and Phoenix on the couch is adorable because Penny's so excited, okay? All right, moving back. She sees the car, she says, "That's my mom," and she runs over to the car, and now she told me, "Mom said I could go in your house." She runs over to the car and she goes, "Mom, Miss Tracy's invited me into her house. Can I go?" Her mom looked at me and I was like, "That's not exactly how it went." We both laugh and she says, "Sure." And I was like, "Okay, sure. I got company coming in. It's fine." So she comes in and we go straight into the kitchen and she said, "Well, do you have any snacks?" And I said, "Well, I just bought these Girl Scout cookies. I bought them when I was with my sister Saturday. They had a Girl Scout table set up." I said, "They're gluten-free." "Oh, I can't eat those. They'll make me throw up." I said, "Okay." So then she sees this little bag of peanut butter M&Ms. She goes, "Oh, I like M&Ms. I said, "Well, you can have some of those." She takes one out and looks at it and she goes, "No, I'm afraid I would choke on that." Now she's 6. Got plenty of teeth. I said, You'll choke on it?" I said, "You have to chew it." "Yeah, I know, but I ate a grape one time and I choked on it and they had to press on my stomach like this." And she's like, doing the little, almost like compressions, on the chest, but she's doing it on her stomach. And she goes, "They had to do like that and then that grape came flying out of my throat, so I can't eat that." And I was like, "Okay. Do you have any others?" I said, "No." "Do you have any other cookies?" I said, "No." "No. Typically I never have cookies, but I have these because we bought them Saturday when my sister came down." "Oh. Do you have any other snacks?" Please stand by. Now then, I'm back. Hopefully no more distractions. So I told her no, I didn't have any more snacks. This is about all I got. I might have some gluten-free crackers, but I'm sure you'd choke on them. Well, then we go sit on the couch and she starts talking in a fashion that only Phoenix can do, okay? Just to give you all a little backstory, Phoenix told me a story last year. Well, my boss, Tommy, was over here, and she asked them their names. And Naomi said, my name's Naomi, and I'm named after someone in the Bible. And Tommy said, oh, that's nice. That's a beautiful name. And she said, what's your name? And Phoenix said, my name's Phoenix. And I said, well, what were you named after? And she said, the road that I was found on. I said, what? And if y'all could have seen the look on Naomi's face, looking at her like, what is this child going to say now? Is basically the look she was giving her. She said, yeah, I was abandoned as a baby, and I was left on this road. And I said, Phoenix Road? And she goes, come on. Come on if you're coming. I left it cracked so she could come back in, but she won't push hard enough to open the door. I thought I was through with distractions, but that's never going to happen. Anywho, so she said she was abandoned and she was left on Phoenix Road, and her mommy, current mommy, was riding down Phoenix Road and found her, and that's where she got her name from. So the child has an imagination like you would not believe, okay? That's all I'm saying. So we go sit on the couch, and we're having our little talk time, and Penny's sitting up there next to her all excited, and that's when she started talking. She said, my mommy and my sister sometimes sleep on the couch. And I said, they do. Now, there's two bedrooms, two big bedrooms, one on each end in that house. I saw it after it was renovated. And there's 5 kids and one mama in that house, okay? And I was like, oh, okay. And she said, they have vaginas. With a B. Mm-hmm. And I said, oh, okay. She goes, yeah, sometimes they have trouble with their vaginas. And I said, yeah, I mean, sometimes we do have troubles, monthly troubles with our vaginas. And then she says, Naomi, and she runs over to the door. Well, Naomi was coming in. So she brings in the begging strips, and they all, they give Penny a begging strip, and finally we sit back down and we start talking again, and Naomi's got on a headset, and she's on TikTok. And so it's back to me and Phoenix carrying on the conversation. And I said, what were you saying a minute ago about your mommy and your sister, and they have something? And she goes, they have throats. Okay. Okay. She said, yeah, they have throats, and sometimes, their throat hurts. And I was like, yeah. And she goes, yeah, sometimes my throat hurts too. And I was like, yeah, sometimes mine does too. I said, but you were talking about something else. I wanted her to continue on the conversation of the vagina. And I said, you said they had something? And she goes, oh yeah, they have vaginas, and they have trouble with them, and they sleep on the couch. And I was like, okay, I guess that was the extent of that conversation. And then she says, you know that my cat and your cat are friends? And I was like, no, I didn't know that, because Gracie doesn't go out front, and her cat, about the farthest, yeah, sure, it goes is on the front porch. It might come down off the porch and sit on the driveway, but if it hears the wind blow, it goes right back in the house. It's a skittish little kitty. Well, it's a boy cat. She goes, yeah, your cat got my cat pregnant, and he had kittens. Say, what? Are you sure about that? Yeah, we had kittens. He had kittens. And I was like, and my cat is the father? My cat's a girl. And she goes, yeah, they're friends. And when they made friends, your cat got my cat pregnant. And I was like, oh, okay. I said, how many kittens? And at this point, Naomi has pushed one of her ear things off her ear. And she said, what'd she say? And I said that your cat had kittens. And she said, Phoenix, he's a boy. He can't have kittens. And she was like, he does too have kittens. And I was like, where are the kittens? And she was like, oh, we've already gave them away. And I was like, oh, okay. So then we move on to the chicken. Now, for my older people, you'll remember Dixie Chick. That was their chicken. And Dixie Chick came out of the backyard too early and a coyote got her. Well, I mentioned Dixie, and here's what Phoenix does. Oh, I miss Dixie so bad. I just cry all the time over Dixie. I mean, she's like pretending to cry. No tears, but just this like almost wailing type voice. And she said, we have another chicken now. And I said, oh, you do? And she said, yeah, but she don't come out. She said, I think Dixie told her not to come out. And I was like, how would Dixie do that? Because Dixie ain't there no more. But anyway, it was a very enlightening conversation. I'm sure her mom liked her telling me about her vagina troubles. Yeah. And Naomi's birthday is Wednesday, and she will be 9 again. Honestly, I think for the last 3 years, she's told me she's 9. And I'm pretty sure she's 9 going on 30. She had on makeup yesterday. I said, you look beautiful with your makeup on. And she goes, oh, thanks. It's because it's Sunday. And I said, you're allowed to wear it on Sunday? And she goes, yeah, I'm not allowed to wear it to school or out anywhere. But since we didn't go anywhere, I could wear it today. And I was like, well, you did a very good job. And she said, no, I just slapped some on. She said, my dad came by today this cat, oh my Jesus. She said, my dad came by today to celebrate my birthday because he's not going to be here Wednesday for the big party because he's going back to Trinidad, which is where he's from. I was like, oh, okay. And then Phoenix starts talking about owls. And I said, oh, I love owls. I've got them all over the house. And Naomi says, I'm scared of owls. My dad has one in his backyard. And I said, in Trinidad? And she goes, no, here. Oh, okay. I thought he lived in Trinidad. She said, well, that's where he's going. And I was like, I am so confused. I am just the most confused. But anyway, that was how my visit went. And I'm sure that Phoenix said a whole lot more that I have not mentioned. But I'm going back to work. I'll be back. Now then, look at this. It's sticking out. Yeah, so I'm off. And I was on the phone with a friend, and up comes running Phoenix. She's out of school and immediately ran over here, and I'm like, I'm on the phone, so I can't talk right now. And she's like, oh, okay, I'll go get the treats. So she runs back and gets the treats and runs back over here. And she comes to the door, and I'm like, I'm still on the phone. And she goes, that's okay. And she comes in, because I had to unlock the door to talk to her, because she mumbles. And I couldn't hear her. And I said, but baby, I'm on the phone. She said, that's okay. I'll watch TV. No. I said, I'm still at work. I mean, I wasn't really at work, like in my office at work, but I was on the phone and I had to finish this video, so that is technically work. And she's like, oh. I said, I need you to go back home because I still have to finish working. And she was like, oh, okay. So she gave Penny a treat and then she left. And then I'm going to start finishing this video, and the phone rings, and it's Joan. It's my other child, Joan. And Joan is my next door neighbor, who's 78, I think. And she's having her fence and her building out back and her porch stained. But she said, "Do you know the person who lives behind me?" And I said, "No." "Oh, well, will you walk up there with me?" "Okay." "Well, I mean, whenever you can go. What time do you think you can go?" And I was like, "Well, I mean, I need to finish up some stuff, and I still have to talk to my dad, and I gotta walk Penny. I mean, you know, I do stuff." I do stuff when I get off work. And she goes, "Okay, well, I don't know her." And I said, "Well, I don't know her, but I have talked to her, you know, in passing when I was walking the dogs or whatever." I said, "She's a very nice lady." And she goes, "Okay, well, I'd like to get to know her if you don't mind going up there with me, because I just need to ask if they can get inside her fence to paint the outside, which would be her inside, whatever, the other side." So here I sit, okay? I gotta finish this video and talk to my dad and take Penny for a walk and walk Joan up the street, and hopefully by the time I'm done with all that, I don't mean this to sound mean, but I'm hoping it'll be too late for Phoenix to come back over, because I don't want to do it every day, okay? I love her, I do. But I don't want to do it every day, you know? Is that wrong? Because I'm not her mama. I'm not into having one every day. I'm not against weekends. I'm gonna be that parent. I want weekends and holidays, okay? I don't want all the time, because I didn't birth you out my vagina. I do love her. I do. She's so sweet, and she's so funny, and I love Joan. I just feel like I am Play-Doh sometimes, and everybody's not Play-Doh. Let's go with Stretch Armstrong, and everybody's pulling at me, and pulling and pulling and pulling. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what I am. I'm Stretch Armstrong. I wonder what's inside of Stretch Armstrong. I've always wondered that. Anyway, that's going to be it for this one. Remember, I love you. Jesus loves you. I hope he's coming back soon, because I'm tired and these people are crazy. And I will talk to you on the next Tracy Tries, which will be tomorrow. Good Lord willing and the creek don't rise, since I do be posting every day, okay? Okay, goodbye.